You know that feeling when your neighbor's dog won't stop barking, or they decide to mow their lawn at 7 a.m. on a Saturday? We've all been there. It makes you wonder, how many neighbors is too many neighbors? Well, get ready to meet some countries who laugh in the face of too many neighbors. We're about to dive into a world map where sharing a fence isn't just common, it's a way of life. Hold on to your passports, people, because we're exploring the countries with the most bordering nations. All right, folks, buckle up because our first stop is for the countries with a cool 7 bordering buddies. We've got Algeria, home of the Sahara Desert, and apparently a whole lot of welcome mats. Then there's Hungary, where goulash and good company are always on the menu. Next up, India, a land of spices, saris, and seemingly endless neighbors. Don't forget Iran with its ancient history and bustling bazaars. They definitely know a thing or two about diplomacy. And then we have Mali, a country that's more than just a music festival. They've mastered the art of international relations. Don't underestimate Niger, holding their own in the neighborhood. They're like that quiet neighbor who always brings cookies to the potluck. And last but not least, in the 7 wonders of neighborliness, we've got Poland and Ukraine, proving that even when times get tough, good neighbors stick together. These countries are basically the founding members of the We Love Our Neighbors Club. Membership dues? Just an open border and a willingness to share a cup of sugar. Or 7. Moving on up, we're now hanging out with those countries who count to 8 when it comes to next-door nations. France, the land of love, baguettes, and apparently, a whole lot of border crossings. They make sharing look good. Then there's Austria, famous for Mozart, mountains, and maintaining good relations with all their neighbors. Talk about impressive. Turkey, straddling 2 continents and embracing cultural fusion, they're the life of the international bloc party. Next, we've got Zambia, landlocked but definitely not friend-locked. They're all about that shared prosperity. And let's not forget Serbia. They've seen it all, and they know that good fences make for good neighbors, especially when you've got 8 of them. And last but not least, Tanzania, with its stunning wildlife and welcoming spirit, proves that you can have your wildebeest migration and eat your neighbor's delicious food too. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get real. We're entering the realm of 9 bordering nations. First up, Germany, known for their efficiency, precision engineering, and apparently a knack for international relations. They're like that neighbor with all the best tools who's always willing to lend a hand, or a lawnmower. And then we have the Democratic Republic of Congo, a country with a heart as big as its list of neighbors. They prove that diversity is beautiful, especially when it comes to your social calendar. 9 neighbors? That's not a headache, that's a party waiting to happen. Hold on to your caipirinhas because we're heading to Brazil, the country that takes the crown for most neighborly in South America. With a whopping 10 bordering countries, Brazil is basically the life of the continental party. From the Amazon rainforest to the beaches of Rio, there's always something to celebrate. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Brazil is inviting all their neighbors to join the fun. They're basically the human embodiment of a giant group hug, with better music. And finally, we've reached the top of Mount Neighborly. These 2 countries are in a league of their own, boasting a jaw-dropping 14 bordering nations each. First up, China, a land of ancient traditions, bustling megacities, and apparently an endless supply of welcome to the neighborhood gifts. They say it takes a village, but China's got a whole continent on speed dial. And then there's Russia, spanning 11 time zones and countless landscapes. They're like that neighbor with a backyard so big, it has its own weather system. With 14 neighbors, these 2 are basically the ultimate experts in international diplomacy. They've seen it all, shared it all, and probably have a drawer full of those world's best neighbor mugs to prove it. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the world's most neighborly nations. From the 7 wonders of border sharing to the 14 neighbor titans, one thing's for sure, having a lot of neighbors isn't just about geography. It's about embracing different cultures, sharing experiences, and maybe borrowing the occasional cup of sugar, or 14. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which of these neighborly nations you'd love to call home. Until next time, keep it neighborly.